We have a very special guest, Courtney Lee. She is an amazing female entrepreneur. She owns Primal Coffee Creamer, an amazing company that she created herself. Just launched on Amazon, but you've built a whole business over the last few years without Amazon. So it's sort of a unique situation. So just kind of catch us up on where you're at.
So I did build the whole business off of Shopify. I began first Instagram, was doing everything via Instagram and taking Venmo payments and PayPal. And then sped up a Squarespace because that was the easiest one, and then migrated to Shopify. And I've been on Shopify the past year and a half now. And I didn't know about this before, but I'm really glad that that was the case, that I focused so much on my community online in-house, because now that I did my Amazon launch, it was really easy for me to just kind of activate my existing customers and fan base and really just ask them to kind of join me in the next chapter and evolution of the brand, rather than trying to, figure out some way to reverse engineer that. So that's kind of been the transition, or step-by-step, of how I've eventually come to Amazon. But that being said, I have no idea about anything with Amazon. So that's why I'm really excited to learn, because just so much of it I hear, it's a lot of horror stories and success stories, but then the horror story stuff kind of makes me feel almost intimidated. And I have a great guy who's come on to help me do Amazon, but I, for myself, just always like to know a little bit more about the platform and every aspect of the business, just that if something happened, I could step in and feel really confident. And right now, I just don't really have that confidence. So I really hope to get a little bit more of that by the end.
That sounds good. Maybe on the next call, you can have your Amazon team members as well. They're helping. We can have group calls with all of them and train the applicable team members on whatever they need to be trained on. So that's totally cool. So so basically your Primal Coffee Creamers. So what is your, I guess real quick, your whole story, and I think what's so unique is how you stumbled into this as a business and how you created it and how healthy it is, right? That's that's what makes it different. So because we want to make sure we can highlight that on your Amazon page. So give us a little bit deeper background into how you did that.
Right. So a few years ago, my dad was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and our family, we're such a big coffee drinking family. We grew up with every morning at the kitchen table, we'd get the newspaper, my parents would make their cup of coffee, but it was always Coffee Mate, and it tastes amazing, but unfortunately it's just not the healthiest ingredients. And so when my dad got the diagnosis, that was the one thing that I just remember watching them every morning, watching the pouring. And I asked them if they would stop using it. And he said, I would switch, but it needs to taste just like this. And so I went through so many different of the natural or healthier alternatives at the grocery store, the almond, soy, coconut, and all of them just taste kind of like water. And my dad would dump out the coffee and be like, if this is what my life is going to be like, I'm going to stick to Coffee Mate. And so I decided that if no one had created a healthy alternative that could actually taste really good and good enough where he would see it as a comparable swap, then I would create it. So it took me 2 years to formulate it. The whole first year was working with these food scientists, and I was so removed from that process that by the end of that, sorry, I've just really quick, because this is really kind of the big story of how I think I grew up as an entrepreneur is my parents, by the end of that first year working with these food scientists and the formula wasn't good, my parents were like, baby, why don't you, maybe you should quit. Maybe it's not possible, and you've given your all. And I said, give me 6 months. If I can figure it out, then amazing, or I'll go get a job. And I just signed up for every food science trade show and food technology trade show I could find. I walked the floor and I literally piece by piece built my supply chain, because I asked, how do I create that mouthfeel texture? What's the best flavor company? And that's why earlier when I said I like to have a knowledge of whatever I go into, because that's what my experience in the past taught me is if I apply myself and put myself into it, at least I know that whoever I hire on to bring it on is capable. So with formulating it and everything, that just took me to that point. I had an MVP. I was scrolling through Instagram, and I remember the day too when my dad tried the first cup of coffee of that formula, and he was just like, "Baby, you did it. This is it." And I was so excited, except no one but my parents and I had ever tasted it. And on Instagram, I was scrolling and I saw this woman. Her post, it was one of the So Delicious coconut milk creamers, and she wrote, trying to cut back on the hazelnut international delight. This tasted like water. Like, I need suggestions. And it was just a divine sign of like the universe saying, here's your first potential customer. I asked her, I DM'd her, I was like, hi, my name's Courtney. I'm a young food entrepreneur and I just created something that might be a solution. Can I send you a sample? And that day I went to my computer printer, printed out some marketing materials like on Microsoft Word. I drew something up and I packed a sandwich, a Ziploc baggie of powder, and I mailed it off to her and wrote her a note. And I woke up a few days later, she had posted about me on Instagram. And it was a rave review saying how this is a game changer and how she's so excited that she found it. And if anyone's interested in also finding a healthy creamer, to message me. So like 5 of her friends saw it, which turned into 5 of each of their friends seeing it, and literally to the point where I was like, I should start charging something. So I asked for $1.99. That was on Venmo. I was like, here's my Venmo, here's my PayPal, $1.99, and then $3.99. And then I was like, okay, I've got something. Let me build up a Squarespace website. And I haven't looked back since, and it's been amazing. So that's kind of really how the course started, from that one Instagram post. And that's why this has been built so heavily on word of mouth and me like having my direct line to people through my Instagram page. With Amazon, I don't know what benchmark stuff looks like. So it's really hard for me. I kind of get in my own head of like, am I doing this right? Does this happen to other people? Or like, what am I, you know what I mean? So
We can really do a deep dive into your, auditing your listing and going through what strategies are you doing for reviews, for growth strategies, and we're going to help identify at least one, but usually multiple areas in your business where you can make small tweaks and sometimes larger tweaks or strategies that can make a huge impact in your business. And so having that expert set of eyes come in from the outside and help you identify those things to help take your business to the next level typically pays for itself very quickly. It's just, I view it as an investment in your business, an investment in your growth. And we're very good at it. And we enjoy helping amazing companies get to the next level. So if you are interested in that, head over to turnkeyproductmanagement.com and click on the apply button. That's where you'll just fill out a little bit of info and then let us know that you're interested in coaching. And then we will get back to you and let you know if you're a good fit and how we can best help. So again, head over to turnkeyproductmanagement.com and we look forward to hopefully coaching you or taking your business to the next level. Check out the full interview here.